Hello everyone, it's your favorite FGC VTuber. So, today we're going to talk about the fact that there's 9 EVOs a year, right? So, for those who don't know, I mean, we talked about this before on the podcast, that, apparently, oh, there's more EVOs, whatever, like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, I'm only so invested in the FGC, whatever, but I have to talk about this because of this tweet right here. It said, according to Sajam, someone from a region where Majors don't happen every 2 weeks, shouldn't be excited my region's getting a big event like EVO. Yeah, sure. Let Latinians go back into obscurity. Sorry, players who can't get a visa. Mr. FGC Authority here says you can't play. I don't think it's a visa thing. It's just too expensive to fucking travel to America. Heck, these days, right? So that made me think, wait, hold up. Sajam's got a stupid take again. And you can already see it too. See, funny, by the way. We had this one, okay, they were talking good stuff. This is a net positive thing, no matter how you look at it. Same with even Rofamonger. Only motherfucker. And you know what's funny? I tried trying to see whatever. It won't even let me watch the video. And at this point, it's like, oh, I guess it's not worth watching then. The only argument I can make is to see, cannibalizing the cheat is the fact that, oh, it might take away from some, like, locals or this or that. But to me, that's null and void for two reasons. One, apparently they're doing their best to try and help locals, kind of like the TWT did, where they can get recognition. And number two, bro, these locals, if they do even exist, they just don't have the marketing for people to know they exist. Like, will they take, and the thing is, if you go to locals, you're dedicated to your local, you're going to be there, right? Support your locals kind of thing. But I don't know, like, man, lately, Sejan's been having the worst takes in the FGC. Like, homie, I'm going to have to ask you to do the Shondo, and especially the Bao, because Shondo's just a fucking idiot, and he needs more than just a chill pill. You need to get off the internet, dog. You are having some really bad takes, dog. Like, get the fuck off the internet for a while. Holy shit. You got cooked on 2XKO for being disingenuous, and this in itself is disingenuous. I'm not even going to bother looking because YouTube didn't want me to watch it. And this is an overall positive thing. Like, especially, and I said it again in the last video, the huge 45-minute rant I went on. You want it to grow. There are things you do, and you're going to, like, this is just so, like, what is this, dude? Like, it's so stupid. Like, dude, it's like the FGC trying their best not to get treated by my ass is like Mission Impossible. I'm steady cooking you motherfuckers. Is that moron who wanted to finding games on a product? No, they literally are. Oh, it's cannibalizing. How? Bro, we're so fucking small. We're niche as shit right now. We need growth. We need marketing. But like, oh, I don't care about that. Then you don't get, then shit the fuck. If you do not care, then why are you posting videos? Stay in your corner, play your dead ass fighting game with all 12 motherfuckers playing that shit. That's what all Star Strike players are doing. We don't give a fuck. Like, I don't even bother. And if it grows, whatever. And there's like, it's so fucking stupid, bro. But yeah, no. Overall, there being a multiple evils is a good thing. I just don't think it's gonna help more. I mean, it'll just be there. It's kind of like the thing I mentioned in the last video, that doing things like this just makes the existing player base happy. And there's probably, and again, and the best thing is there are people who are gonna get into the FGC because of this. To me, even if it's one person gained, that is worth all the money in the world, right? Because I genuinely love fighting games for what they are. It's just that, yeah, no, it's just such a stupid thing. I mean, I feel like it is a bit much when they're doing so much to stretch themselves, but it's nice to see at least one event go. Like I said, I've been more, the second Saudi Arabia took over EVO, my love and hope for EVO kind of reinvigorated. It's just that my state for fighting games currently isn't that much. So like, I like EVO now, the state it was in, far more after the whole wizard thing went down. Like, no, like I said, right now we're in a better state. We have someone who actually gives a shit. Money's actually going in. Everything's more clean, more professional, no stupid shit. No bitch ass fucking Smash. That was that's the biggest thing that I had as a beef, and that made me really not like Smash. These people were only in it for the fucking money, and it's obvious because you had fuckers who had nothing to do with it just to get more seats, for fucking Smash. And these guys are morons that won't pay for showers, but they'll pay for fucking diddling kids and playing diddling kids games. It's like, the fuck yeah, no. And then with this one, it's like, no, we said FGC, we gonna be FGC. Yeah, no, and mind you, this is Saudi EVO. The Saudi EVO era. It's funny, as an organization and as an event and everything, Saudi EVO is better than anything we've ever had before. I mean, EVO Japan is okay, and I think it's better than all of the other EVOs, especially from a competitor standpoint. I feel like they came in at the wrong era, because is this true when we say that SF4 to SF5 was some of the most hype, best EVO we've ever had? In terms of quality of the content produced by the games and the players themselves. Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks about Saudi EVO. The overall event and everything is better, right? Better venues, no stupid Smash, everything. But the core thing that entertains us is garbage. I haven't watched a single EVO or anything related to it since Saudi took over, but doesn't mean I'm not going to approve of the things they do, because they're doing objectively good things. I just don't give a shit about the games at EVO. That's what really annoys me. It's like, the events are better than ever, but the games at these events are trash. They're garbage. We got lucky we even had Thirst Strike, but to me it's not real Thirst Strike unless everybody can. I don't give a shit about it because that's not the point of Evo. This isn't a fucking invitational. It's supposed to be for everybody to play. Mind you, again, happy good showcase, but no, this is Evo. This is not an invitational. This is not Street Fighter League. This is not Capcom Pro Tour. And they've been doing a decent job with that. Granted, I hate that only a handful of main. See, now with this will be great for Capcom Pro Tour. This will make it a much better thing instead of having to do only online. You know, like it's kind of a thing where it now, as much as I hate to admit it, and I think it's in a better space now compared to before. Now I'm okay with the fact that Evo and actual MLG esports, or not MLG, but you know, esports for FGC are tied. Unless someone else were to come and make their own Evo and actually be successful and be as committed as this, yeah, no, like it would be hard because at the end of the day, we need locals. Like, I'm sorry, online sucks dick. Like, I'm telling you as a developer now that I am contemplating not even having rollback for my specific game just due to the fact that the implementation is going to be near impossible. Not getting into the details. And it's like, you can do everything you want, even with, you have to make sacrifices. Like, I'm sorry, bro, local will always be number one. And having tournament, like, that's why, like, to me, it's hard. Like, oh, yeah, someone's like, the soul and the integrity is not there when it's online. You need offline. You need it. And having this be more available to everybody is nothing but a net positive. Like I said, the only negative is, oh, it'll take away from locals, but you as a local should be invested in actually, you know, reaching out to Evo. And if you're not, for whatever reason, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. And at that point, like, bro, we've had 10 years since whatever Evo, you've had all that time to grow yourself as a local. And if you haven't at least grown within your own community, then I don't know what the fuck you're doing, dog. No offense. Heck, our guys here in Chicago been fucking holding that shit the fuck down, dude. They're out there in Frosty Frostings and in Cabo Breaker, you know? But even then, they're still not, because again, marketing, this, that, whatever. And at the end of the day, fighting esports is right now, it's just kind of been a niche, right? Because you lost legacy players like me, fucking Eris, you name it, some of those stupid boomers, but no one cares about those losers, right? And then there are some zoomies or whatever that, oh no, this game's so stupid because the content creator said Tekken 8 is trash. The only people you have are kind of like the hopeful naivist, and then also the tourists. We've been having a lot of tourist problems I've been hearing in the FGC. It's been fucked. Like, basically, there's been a whole trend about morons saying that Guilty Gear Strive is one of the big three or icon. It's like, no, it's not, dude. Like, Mortal Kombat alone is 10 times more popular than Guilty Gear Strive will ever be. You know, like, there are some people who have, like, come into the FGC, but because they got into this particular fighting game, they think that it revolves around that. Not just the Guilty Gear community, but apparently these seem to be the loudest. You know, or they said, oh, this, like, character's iconic. Like, dude, no. No, like Soul and Potemkin are the most iconic characters of Guilty Gear, and it's by a long shot, and no one else is close. And even then, bro, if you put a picture of like Iori, you know, fucking, you know, King, Kazuya, Ryu, Chun, bro, they're not gonna point at Soul. They're gonna point at everybody else, dude. Way bigger than fucking Soul, bad guy. But that's a whole other thing, you know, whatnot. But like I said, right now the FGC seems to be people with them, and then the other one, like, it's funny. I feel like the FGC now is more separated than it was when I came into it. You know, and it's crazy. How did we end up here? We used to be more united back in the day. Like the anime players actually played everything in anime games. Now we got people who only play Strive. You know, the worst one. Crazy. Yeah, right now there's a bit of a tourist problem going on in the FGC, and you know what? I feel like Sage might be one of the proliferators of it, even if it's not intentional. Mind you, I'm not talking about the people we're not talking about the Sage son. Those people are cool. Those guys are asswipes from what I've seen. So I'm not gonna sit here and speak on motherfuckers that I don't know shit about. So get that straight. Like, it seems like people who genuinely get into the FGC that are like new fresh, but they're pretty nice. But even then, we've had a problem, I guess, some tourists from within them, right? Because I know some of them are streamers, content creators, and that's gonna be an issue. You're gonna have people that come into it. Oh, why does it do this for my stupid game? Oh, whatever. Or again, there's some. I mean, that's what happened apparently with the thing I put in the greatest awards. That somehow, just because they're mainstream streamers for normies, they got put into the FGC category. When it's like, dude, okay, you just barely got in here. You don't get to go to the top of the ladder of the FGC just because you're, quote, streamer, or oh, I'm this. Like, no, you have to work your way up just like everybody else. And I think that's something fundamentally that some of these streamers can wrap their head around. Popularity means nothing. You see, great example, look at what happened with Street Fighter League when they invited people who are for the personalities in America. They got cooked. Because we're here, as you're here to watch, you want to see some MLG shit. We're not in that stupid Marvel bullshit. Oh, we're playing for the vibes. No, we're here to see some MLG shit. Meanwhile, Street Fighter League Japan, only the MLGest of the MLG were invited, bro. They ain't got time for none of that bitch shit. And you know what? I gotta be honest. Street Fighter League is leagues above, way more entertaining than American Street Fighter League, dude. Hands down, bro. Like some of the coolest type of shit and the personality. No, I'm sorry, bro. Street Fighter League is peak as fuck in Japan, dude. Peak as fuck, dude. I was watching that shit with Tokido and fuck. But yeah, no. So there's definitely, like, so some of them, I'm not going to speak for all of them, but I don't know who the fuck they are, but apparently some normie streamer got in and people were pissed. And then I think even Sage might have been copying. Dude, that's what's even crazier to me. The Sage like, oh man, they deserve to. Like, dude, no, you should know. Legacy and skill matters in the FGC, bro. Like you can't just go at the top or in the center because oh, I got $1 million. My name is Mr. Beast. Get the fuck out of here. No, bitch. That's what makes fighting games great. You gotta be MLG as fuck. You can't just come in. The same thing with the thing is you can't just, oh, I have this much money. Oh, I'm a pro wrestler, which by the way, a pro wrestler does go to EVO. I mean, a couple actually. They love you. You don't just get to be at the top or at finals because you're famous or I'm this big. No. You gotta earn that shit. You gotta run that shit to get to the top. That's the beauty of EVO, right? And then you got your premier leagues like Capcom or whatever. And even then, guess what? Still same case. You still gotta fucking run that shit. You gotta beat everybody the fuck else up, dude. And Street Fighter League's the only one that's an invitational. But at that point, you earned it. You know. And that's the problem, like, and that's the thing, right? That's why, again, Street Fighter League Japan is better because you get people who are on their merit. You know, it's crazy. Do we have to compare this to, like, racism? That's what it really is, bro. These people are just reverse racist or some bullshit. Like, oh, basically, what to put it. And you know what? They're all white. I just noticed they're all fucking white, too, dude. Why might I deserve to be, what? This filthy Mexican who's never heard of, but he's like a master rank. No, let's put me, my bronze rank ass, because I got a bunch of simps. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Mind you, this is a hyperbole, you know, hypothetical. There's not a lot of girls that get into the FGC because, you know, have to actually take accountability, you know, fucking, because I've heard the lore. Apparently those Marvel thoughts, they have no accountability at all. Oh, big surprise. Normie ass white women who play some booty water normie game have no accountability. Crazy. Would have never thought that in a million. But yeah, that's the whole thing. Evil being a multiplayer is pretty good. Never thought I'd see. I mean, I guess I'm not that surprised because dude basically backed that Evil. Like, I don't, you know, the more he takes around, the more I almost feel like Seija might actually be a shill. I know he's not, but man, does he make it feel like it, dude. Because it's like, how do you not care that it's actually good? Man, I don't get some of these old heads, man. Like, do you people not genuinely want the FGC to grow? Like, what the fuck's up your ass, dude? Like, I don't get it. Like, I think what it is they're too into their circle. They don't understand what the actual average person wants or what matters to the average person, bro. They gotta realize the thing that'll make everybody else happy won't make you happy. And I said again, as someone who's a dev and there's a game I'm working, and even later on, me and the team had to come to decide that we're going to add a feature that none of us want or give a fuck about. But because the average person loves that shit and it'll boost our sales substantially, we have to add it. And that's the thing they tell us in indie game marketing, you know, take it from pros in the industry and everything. They say, when you make a game, you have one of two options. Do you want to make your game, whatever? Cool. Don't even focus on marketing. Do you want to make something, you want to make money? Okay, cool. Focus on marketability. And that includes things you have to do into your game, you know? Like, you have to make a sacrifice. That's something you learn in life. There are things you are going to want. If you want more from life, you're going to have to do things you don't like or dread doing, right? Like, we go to work, right? Like, who the fuck wants to go to work half the goddamn time? But you have to. Why? Because you want nice shit and you want to, you know, not die. I mean, heck, you could live off the land, but is that really living life unless you're, like, really into that shit, right? But the average person, no, bro, I want to sit here and play some motherfucking Third Strike. And I can't do that if I got no motherfucking money. I mean, that's the main reason I don't play fighting games competitive anymore, because the money's just like, sorry, bro. Until the money... See, and that's what, to me, Saudi Arabia is going to save people like me from being broke as fuck, bro. Like, what it really matters more than anything is that a lot of people play fighting games and that there's money. That matters more than... I'm sorry. It's the bottom layer, bro. The bottom layer matters more. Everything comes after. And right now, we just need people to be really into it, popular, and money. Those are the three things we need right the fuck now in the FGC. More than ever, mind you, if we want to actually make a career out of this, and then see, because, and mind you, this is why you don't see Daigo, because Daigo is pushing for this, you know, because we know how cool MLG fighting games are. Like, see the thing, if you truly, all of you people who say, oh, I really care, you be playing Third Strike and only Third Strike. Everybody knows this is objectively the best fighting game of all time. The only thing close you can say competitive, oh, we all be playing Street Fighter 5, and this is objective, no opinions. I don't do that stupid opinionated bullshit. And I actually play all the other fighting games to tell you. Like, these people only play one fighting game. Like, oh, whatever. You know, it's like the ball and gun gamers. They want to say, oh, why does Expedition win? Oh, it needs to be COD. That's what you motherfuckers sound like, bro. You're not good at other fighting games, but you want to say, oh, Tekken. No, Tekken's scrappy as fuck. Get the fuck out of here. You're either playing Third Strike because it's one of the best fighting games of all time and it's fun to fuck, or you can play Street Fighter 5 because it's actually one of the best competitive, fair, balanced fighting games of all time. Is it as MLG as Third Strike? Fuck no. But when you look at it from an objective standpoint, it does a lot of things that are good. Like, to me, I think Universal Mechanic. Street Fighter 5 is not only one of the most unique with its V-skill and V-trigger system that actually allows for expressive and different gameplay, especially in the nooch in a sense. But yeah, do we sacrifice some combo execution and yada booga, whatnot? Yeah, sure, absolutely, 100%. But from a balanced, competitive, and even in a spectator standpoint, that shit's peak as fuck. And even then, one of the best examples, like, I love parry, but it really does ruin the competitive sense in a sense, because the fact that meaties are just like, what's even the point, or all because, you know, it's just, like I said, even Daigo said it, that basically Street Fighter players don't like pairing or Third Strike, only Third Striker. And it's like, yeah, I like Third Strike, I do too, but pairing is a really fun mechanic, but it's super broken as fuck and hard as fuck to balance around. And I like that in SF5 only 3 characters have a parry and they're all completely different, you know. That's what you really want. You want variety and fairness. And Street Fighter 5 has that like a motherfucker. Because, no, Third Strike's broken as shit. Anyone will tell you that shit's broken as fuck. And that's part of the fun, you know? Like, hey, do you want to play for fun in something MLG? Play Third Strike. You want something that's actually pretty competitive and fair, like, to the competitors? You know, I mean, it's not the most balanced, but that's fine because Zangief's trash. But as far as fairness goes, Street Fighter 5 is the best. And that's what you care as a competitor. You care what's fair. But with that being said, I don't want to drag too long like the last video. Hope you guys like this. And remember, every day is great when you're chibi.